Session 41 of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. We began last session in the Jolly Roger after discovering that Arlo had had a terrible accident. His boat had caught fire, engulfing him, and was at the sea place, seaman rescue place, can't remember what it's called, being patched up. We decided to go and visit him, see what was occurring, although Scarrig went to the man cave to do some crafting. Arlo is fucked, basically. Missing half a face, can't talk, barely alive, but he is alive, stable. Ozzy, at this point, is blaming himself. He feels he's responsible for the shenanigans that he put Arlo through. It was here that they discovered that Picard had lied and that Picard had actually saved Arlo from the boat. Seemingly not wanting the attention and the fuss about it. Ozzy went off to where he had his epiphany with Pelor and questioned his god's admiration of him, and got some sort of signals from Pelor, but threw away the symbol of Ravenkind off the cliff. Told him to go fuck himself. Meanwhile, Picard and Styles met a Darian Glass. Was it Darian or
yes.
Dorian? Who seemed to be an old crewmate of Picard's. And also had a parrot, which is the parrot that oversaw what really happened to Arlo. And a bit of taunting, a bit of back and forth. Darian arranged to meet up for drinks later on. They went to the Farmers' Frolics. Scarrig arrived with his custom water skins. He'd done each of the members. We then partook in the Farmers' Frolics, and we had to round up various farm animals, sheep, a crazy bug-eyed goat, and cows. And there was a bit of shenanigans trying to do that, and it ended with Scarrig ringing the cowbell and having 30 cows stampeding through the grounds, and ended up with us winning the competition. The Baron, pleased with what he saw, asked us to be on his team for the human pyramid the following day. Oh, and also there was a guy that we'd met like a couple sessions before, Erin, I think his name, was in the crowd with a massive banner cheering us on as well. We then went back to the Jolly Roger for drinks with Darian, where he talked about a bit of history he had with Picard. He was part of the Marines. His wife left him because he was working too much, and he eventually left the Marines. He's now, it appears, a bounty hunter, and in particular, recently he's been on the trail of the Scarlet Brotherhood. He smoked. Oh yeah, because he smoked the pipe, and it was a recent bounty he had captured, which was a Scarlet Brotherhood. We learned that he had been on adventures with Picard. Again, reiterated that he was sad to hear the passing of his parents due to illness. Unless there's anything I missed, that was kind of the gist of the conversation.
Yep.
And the parrot's still there taunting Picard and Scarrig. he then left, and Styles went to Nightshade. Ozzy and Scarrig. Scarrig went to Pixie, and Ozzy went to the Page Boy. But rather than bugger him, it was more the religious aspect he was interested in, and was pondering the recent goings on, and it ended with the Page Boy handing back the symbol of Ravenkind, which he came across coincidentally on the beach.
Yes.
And Packard was left alone on the Jolly Roger.
Yeah.
And that is it, I believe.
That is it. So we are at the end of day 5. I presume you just spend your evenings either partaking in company at the Bonnie Boat, or Picard wandering around the ship perhaps, or walking the docks, as you often do. The night is calm and still. The sun's still warm. The stars in the sky. And day 6 of the festival rolls around. The town beginning to bustle early in preparation for the human stack. What do you wish to do?
So it's next morning.
Yes, it's day 6 of the festival. We're nearly there, guys.
Yeah, I didn't sleep on the.
I think you were leaving, weren't you? As
Yes,
he gave you the symbol.
And I think I would have just passed out Scarrig style on the Jolly Roger, just drinking.
Yep. Sounds good. What do you wish to do in the morning?
I will awake, get drinks.
Yeah, I'd head on down to the table and... Morning, Ozzy!
Morning, friend. How was your night?
Hey, not too bad, not too bad. How are you feeling?
Yeah, a little bit hungover. This'll help.
Oh, what we on today?
I'm just starting with an ale. Easing myself in.
Hi, mate.
Where's Packard?
And as you go to pay for the drinks today, the sort of the waiter that you've become familiar with, the few that you recognise, he comes up to you and he says, "Gentlemen, today you will not have to pay for your drinks. You have been solid patrons since the start. Not many people come every day. It's more a luxury item, and you have you have earned at least one day of free drinks."
Oh, well, that's smart.
So do we know his name?
His name is Emery.
Steve.
Emery.
Emery, your hospitality has been 5-star as always. I'd like to at least tip you this, and I'll pass him 10 gold.
Please, sir, I couldn't.
And no, honestly.
Take it, Emery.
Love it.
He's a dwarf. He'll be really offended if you don't.
Very well. Thank you, sir.
Been more than kind to us.
We do try.
Just turn off.
So, human stack. 10 a.m., I believe. The Baron wanted us to help him out with that. Don't know why. Don't know why.
Is this a team thing?
I have no idea, my friend.
Well, as teams, so I guess we're getting the highest.
I don't know. All I know is we need to
got anything to help with that.
Get some drinks in us. I know that. Got to be better balancing after a few beers, aren't you?
Definitely.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah, at this time I come and
Have we got it?
join the table.
Does anyone have anything magical that may help us? Wait, does someone have an immovable rod?
Someone has.
Yes.
This guy walking over right now.
That's a very steady platform to be on the top with. If you had that slipped in your pocket and just turned that on, and you've got You're no
I think
way you're gonna fall over.
Big
I'll be
stiff
okay.
rod in
It's
your
all
pocket.
Yeah, I've got my own big sticky and movable rod as well.
my natural acrobatic skill should see us through.
Styles, have you seen Picard?
Not this
I think you
morning.
want to rely on my acrobatics.
In walks Picard.
Oh, there he is. Fucking hell. Where you been?
Oh, well, you looking for me?
Just wondering where you were.
Just out on the docks, it's
Nice.
a fine morning.
Nice,
Did you
nice.
save anyone's life during the night and happen to forget about it?
Oh, no, heroes like me can't be doing it all the time. I'll leave some of the heroism to some of the other people.
Yeah, say something for us. I enjoy being a hero now and again. So yeah, should we head on over? Where did they say they were doing the human stack?
It's normally in the main courtyard.
Should we head on over, see what the Baron wants from us?
Yes, I'd like to try and understand this game a bit better.
Let's go.
Right.
So after a few drinks and some food, you head into the town centre and you see a lot of the stores have been sort of pushed back. You see at this point in the festival, some of them, some of the games, stores with games and stores with foods have been sort of dismantled and moved out of the way. There's only a couple of days left, so this festival sort of evolved as the week's gone on. You come and you see there's a large space in the centre, and people are beginning to crowd on the outskirts. You see the Baron walking around, few people. He's in front of him is a group of what look like strong men, no shirts, just their bodies are like glistening in the sunlight in the morning, super tanned and wide shoulders, really, really strong. And you see Mia, the barmaid. She is going around looking for people in the crowd, and you see her pulling people forward, small and sort of wiry people, and then sort of seeing how tall they are and feeling their legs and arms, and then moving on to the next one.
Do we see the Baron?
Yeah, sorry, the Baron was the guy talking with like the big strong men in the one side of the square.
Head over them. Good
He
morning.
turns and sees you. Good morning. Yeah, feeling strong, well rested.
Always.
Good. And you still happy to be on my team? You see his
Yeah,
face
yeah.
sort of turn into one of like a little bit of longing on there.
Yeah, of course. You picked
Game
the
work,
right guys.
Mr. Baron.
Gate work. What?
Game work.
Oh, game work. Sorry, Miss
I
Turner.
thought you said gay work as well. Have you ever been in a human stack before? You ever partaken in this?
Do I look like
Yes,
a
he definitely has.
gentleman who stacks humans? No.
I have on a couple of occasions, but usually in a more seedy establishment than this.
I see. Well, the rules for this are simple. We basically try 10 people on the bottom, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1, and it's whoever can be supported the longest. At the base, it's all about strength. At the top, it's about acrobatics.
Mm. Well,
Got your bottom.
yeah, he's a heavy bottom,
best.
this one. And this guy here, pointing to Styles,
Yeah.
is well, you seen him on the on that stick on the cliff. He's pretty
I did.
nimble.
Stars, you could be good near the top. And Scarrick, I presume.
Sounds like a good song. Or is
Bottom
it
left.
Stick on the cliff.
What about
Alright,
you,
make
Mr.
a note of that.
Picard?
Well, what are the advantages to certain positions, Mr. Baron?
Well, do you feel strong or do you feel good at climbing and balance?
I feel noble. True. What position would suit a noble true man?
Perhaps you could spectate and give guidance from the side.
Nope, doesn't quite suit. I think I should be right in the centre.
Maybe fourth layer then.
Yeah, that sounds like something for me.
Ooh,
Right.
I've got a good thing I could use.
So we got 4 for Picard, bottom for Scarrick, Styles. You going near the top, 5th, or do you want to be the very top? It's normally the smallest child at the top.
I think Styles should be the very top, like the star on a Christmas tree.
Speak up, man. It's like someone's muffled your mouth.
Stars.
Sorry. Yes, I will go second to top before the small child, I think.
The 5th layer. Got you. And Aussie.
Yes.
Base with Scarrick or up a bit higher? You have to be
Well,
strong for the 2nd layer as well, you know.
I mean, strength isn't my strong point. I got a -1 on
Right.
strength, so I think a little bit higher up might be more appropriate. But
Well, perhaps you support your friend on the 5th layer, 2nd from the top.
sure, between you and me and the Mister Man, I got some tricks up my sleeve that could benefit us.
I see.
In particular, I can paralyze people. So
I see.
like all these whoever's going on like the bottom layer or whatever layer you think, I could like paralyze them all. So everyone's like stiff as a rock and no one can move, and like we'll be sorted.
I see. Now, I wouldn't normally be one for cheating, but
Oh, is that cheating?
we have. Well, I guess. Listen, we have to win. That's all that really matters on this one.
I'm
Reputation
with
is
you.
at hand.
I'm with you.
Listen,
I also have
you'll be holding up Bevan.
countermeasures as well. Like if that doesn't work and we don't win, I could just fireball everybody.
Right. And his face just turns and
I'm joking. I'm fucking with you. We're not gonna kill anyone.
got you. Bevan? And he turns around and you see this small, mousy-haired boy.
Bevan, Baron wants you.
As skinny as a piece of straw, like coming through the crowd, just barging between these 2 small men, running up. Yes, Baron? Meet the men that will be holding you up today. And he points to you, Ozzy, and Styles.
You'll be all right with us, kid. Give it a
Nice to meet you.
slap on the back.
Did you want to? And as you slap him, he sort of falls forward a bit.
I slap him the other way.
Yeah. That's it, boy. And he sort of ruffles his hair.
You're gonna need better balance than that, kid.
You go and get all the stuff out your system. You need to be as light as possible for the top. Like smacks him on the shoulder and pushes him into the crowd. Right. Do anything you need to do. We've got 15 minutes before the time. And then come back here. I'll rally up the troops.
Right, we are.
And you see him go off and he begins to like test the arms of the stronger men. And you see there's this these groups forming of like bigger to smaller to smaller.
Well,
what are we going to do to prepare?
Well, that's me. I can paralyze people, hold them in place. That might help. He didn't seem too keen at first, but I think winning takes precedence.
It often does.
We could go and intimidate the other teams.
Yes, that might work.
Yeah, we could do.
I'll put the.
Or we could get them drunk. Could drug them. Ozzy, you've got drugs.
I kind of want to save the drugs for myself.
What things have we
Where's the,
had that were a bit crazy in Jolly Roger? Was there any like
No, wait.
instant drunk shots or anything?
Well, we had drinks that got the other people drunk and not us.
Yeah, what's the range of that one?
Aye.
Could you
Yeah,
just
like
stand
us.
there?
It was
people?
like
I kind of want to save that for something a bit more useful than this.
This is very useful.
go buy more though. I could run over to the Jolly Roger and get more.
True. Sure, I think we had a
Anything
couple
to
bottles.
win.
didn't we?
That's the perfect opportunity to do. Definitely.
It's up to you.
I just take off and I run over to the Jolly Roger.
He's gone. He's already gone.
Are you going? So you got like 15 minutes before it starts. You already have a bottle on you if you wanted to get one after.
I think you've got a bottle.
Yeah,
I think
we can
I've
go back
got
to
a
the Jolly
bottle.
Roger after, yeah.
Let me check.
Have I got a bottle? All right. Don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a bottle. I think you've got a bottle.
I think you both got a bottle each.
Yeah. Oh, well.
What's
Right,
the
so-
range on it though? Because you don't want to get us drunk.
Well,
So where are are we all very close?
Yeah, so you see the way it's sort of laid out. On one side, the square is you and all the barons sort of team, and then across the way, across the dirt, is Mia with a few people around her.
All right. You guys just make some distraction over there. Make the team go as far as they can. You know, maybe like okay, huddle and like huddle away from them. And I'm going over there, and I'm just gonna walk right
Just like as much
behind
in
the
her
other
crowd
group.
as you can. Yeah.
I'm going to cast.
Yeah, behind it's like
Oh, hang on.
the range only covers them and not our team. If I
Yeah,
can,
that's it. That's easy enough to do. There's
I'm
enough
based
space
on-
in
yeah.
this courtyard that you can, and there is a divide between the two groups without having to pull these
I'll
too
just be
far
kind
away.
of wandering, like kind of limbering up my arms, looking like I'm just keeping fit or whatever.
Yeah.
Getting ready.
As
And then
you-
I'll just get out my bottle and start sipping it when I'm behind them.
As you make your way across to Mia's, she sort of looks over you. Oh, I see you've picked the Baron's team to be on. Was my hospitality not good
Hey,
enough
well,
for you?
sorry, you just didn't ask. I didn't realise people were even
I'm joking.
teams.
I'm
so,
joking. It's just a game.
Sorry about that.
Good luck
Hey,
anyway.
well, good luck.
Are
Hey,
you sure
did
you
you have
should
a
be
good
drinking
breakfast
that?
this morning? Oh, no, you
I
know,
had
I always have a wee bet. Did you not have a bet this morning?
Well, I reserve myself for my agility and strength. Well,
Well, I
drink
get mine
away.
from this, so each to their own, eh? Enjoy.
Indeed.
And as that goes with it a little bit more.
Okay. That's great.
So I'm going to guzzle it in a way that I'm trying to monitor what the team I'm trying to effects are. Like, am I
Mhm.
seeing anything yet?
I'd say at this point you've had a good few sort of mugfuls in one way, sort of just sipping as you talk. And there is...
I'd like to get them to the point where they're just past tipsy.
I was
That's
going to
what
say,
I'm
the thing
aiming
you
for.
notice at the moment, obviously, the two teams are beginning to huddle together, and Mia's team, the volume level has begun to rise steadily as sort of the chatter and conversation has begun to sort of enhance a little bit, perhaps. And you hear a few like slapping each other on the back. Yeah, we're going to get it this year. This is our year. Team Moon.
Yeah, so that's
Keep
kind
moving.
of where I'm stopping when
Shit,
I do
man.
like that and a little bit.
I'd say you
maybe
could
a
probably
little
push a
bit
little bit
wobbly.
more if you wanted to.
Go for it.
Because at the moment they're just
I
a
would
bit
push to
giddy.
the point so that, like, yeah, I want them to be like, you know, where you're a little bit unsteady almost.
Yeah. Okay.
But not like fucking hell. Where did
Just
this
make a,
absolutely, you know, like
Just make a perception check.
16.
16. Yeah. You know the atmosphere of bars and taverns and the sort of the feel of groups of men drinking well enough to be able to push them to just about where you need. And as you come back to your team and they begin to walk into positions, you see a few of them sort of arm on the other person's shoulder just for a little bit of support.
Yeah,
The Baron
I think
calls
that'll
you
work,
up,
guys.
coming into the center of the square. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the human stack. Team Sun, my own team versus Team Moon, by the graceful Mia. We have won the last 2 years, me and the Sun followers. And let us hope we win this one. But a fair game to all.
Yeah, fair game.
Bottom layers, take up your positions. And at that, Scarrick, you're bustled around with 9 other like strong, hunched men and you see as your group moves to one area, Mia's group moves to the other. They begin to talk to you and discuss the tactics as you link arms together, almost locking heads, similar to a rugby scrub. How do you feel about it?
You're muted. You're muted.
That's how he feels.
You're
Garlic,
muted.
we're gonna hit you in the scrum.
Sorry. So I'll be like
What an idiot.
asking the names of the guys next to me and getting into it a little bit and linking arms with them.
Um,
And I will cast. Is it saving throws or anything during this?
it's going to be
Attack rolls.
You don't know.
yeah, you could say you don't know, but you know it's about strength at the bottom.
Can I go up to how many is there? 5?
There's 10.
Yeah, so I was
on
going
his,
to bless
including
basically.
Scarrick.
There's 10. Can I go to like? So where's Scar going? Is he in the middle? Where are you going?
He's I'd say you're almost like on the outside of the scrub. There's the 10 have formed into like this web. There's probably one in the very center, surrounded by about 4, and then the rest around there.
I want to go to one in each corner.
Okay.
And just like go up to them and be like, "Hey, listen up, man. I'm gonna give you a bit of a boost. So just relax.
Okay.
Just relax. Embrace what's about to happen, and you'll be fine." And I get him in position, and then I'm gonna cast Whole Person on him.
Okay. Is it concentration for whole person?
It is, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You're doing all right at the moment.
It's only a minute. This is going to take longer than a minute, isn't it?
It might do, it might not. It'll give him a good head start.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's a good foundation to get us going, isn't it? So I go to each of the ones in each corner, say the same thing. And at the same time, I cast it on all of them.
Yep.
So I'll do it on 4th level. So
As you do, Scarrick, you feel Arwell, the burly man next to you. You see Ozzy whisper to him, and you overhear what he's saying, and then you feel his arms, which are linking over your shoulders, lock up instantly. And as you push against them, there is resistance that means he won't move. Hang on, does Whole Person actually work like that?
It paralyzes them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. So how do you want to interpret that? It doesn't make them like immovable.
They're not like immovable, but they are stuck in that position.
Like they can't falter. Do you know what I mean?
I'll say
joints lock.
This is how Scarrick picks it up.
Overcomes the
like
strength.
He still moves slightly, but what you find is you can use him more as a brace now, and you feel it makes the unit stronger. You hear the Baron cry out as you're coming around here, "Second layer!" And at that, 8 men, slightly thinner but still well built, begin to climb on top of this bottom stack. You see, let's have a look. Okay. And at this point, Scannick, I need you to make a strength save.
I
say with advantage because you've got
cast
the
bless
lock.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
well,
for
the sake of rolling, it's just going to be you that's doing the rolling, and I'll determine the rest. In fact, does it give him advantage, or does it make it add?
It makes him add, I think.
How many does it add? D4.
Scarrick?
You're talking about bless? Yeah, it's D4.
Okay. Cool. I'll add that to the
cast
group
on those 3 anyway.
Yep.
I was going to cast that on
one more
the
thing,
other 3.
because I wanted to add another bit of flavour to this.
Mm-hmm.
As everyone's getting into position, I've done that initial spell cast, and then everyone's like piling on getting into position. While they're all doing that, I'm playing music on my guitar, and
nice.
I'm casting out bardic inspiration to random people.
Cool.
And
strengthening the team.
Basically, yeah. And You can pick who it is, but they can get a D8 for any saving throw. So
Okay.
you can add.
Take
I'll give
that as
one
well.
to each of us, obviously, and then. Oh, actually, yeah, I can only do it 4 times. So I give one to each of the guys, and then one other random person.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so a strength roll with
Strength
advantage, did you say?
saving throw with advantage, yes, because you have the people to lock into at this point.
Well, that's better. Oh wow. 6 plus 5, 11. And with advantage, did you say? Sorry.
Yeah.
And that's the less. 11, and I'm going to plus the 8. Is it 8 or D8?
D8.
D8.
As fuck's sake, it's a 12.
12. Okay.
Jesus.
All right. The second layer climb on top and arms begin to lock. Ozzy and the rest of you who aren't in the stack yet, as you look across the mirrors, you see, well, the first thing you do is you hear groans begin. Your stack, Sun stack, is holding strong. There's no real grunting. There's only one person, one level on top, but Mia's are beginning to sort of exhale a bit more deeply. Third layer, the Baron cries, and Mia cries the same to hers. At this point, a mixture of what you can tell are strong sailors used to climbing the rigging, used to being a bit more agile. They climb up the backs of the people on top and begin to form 6 people into a sort of a pyramid on top. I need you to make another strength save, please, Scarrick.
With advantage.
Yes, at this point.
Oh, sick.
I'm going to be strong, aren't you, dude?
Yeah, but not when I'm rustling shit. I got a 4, so it's plus 5. So 9.
9. You
Do
find...
you get like a bonus on your saving throws?
I get a plus 2. So I got a plus 5. My strength is 3, plus 3.
Yeah.
And then so my saving throw is plus 5 with my plus 2.
Okay.
You just roll in shit.
I've rolled a 4.
You begin to find yourself being the shorter of the group, having to overcompensate a bit more. The weight is pushing down you more. However, at this point, the rest of the team are managing to support you, and Arwell and a few of the others, they sort of, the ones that can move, like hook you up, and you feel a bit of resilience. You're still surviving. Fourth lair, comes the cry. At this point, Picard, you are ushered up to the top with 3 other people. I need you to make a acrobatics check to see how well you climb to the top.
Acrobatics. Ooh.
And Scarrick, you need to make another
16.
strength save. 16. Nice.
16
I'm
acrobatics.
changing my dice.
All right. So while you roll that, I'll explain how Picard gets up.
You need a dice jail.
Yeah, you do. Picard, having walked over people for most of your life, you easily climb this stack of humans.
I absolutely picture it like arms behind my back. I'm walking like on the face.
Yeah. You hear a few grunts and cries as you step in places you probably shouldn't have stepped, but you get to the top and then you're almost just stood on top of these people looking round. You then realize that you have to link up with the others.
Oh, okay.
So I got a 22, Paul.
Nice. You
Better.
embraced by the others. You feel a boost of strength, and you kick your legs up, supporting the weight on your shoulders and feeling it surge through your body. You hear a cry from Mia's team as you see one of the people in the row below the 4th layer claps in a little bit. As he does, one of the others tries to grab him and misses. He falls off. One of the rules that wasn't explained to you is if you fall out the stack, you're out. You just have to stay out, and the stack has to carry on without you. They're a man down on the 4th layer, which isn't going to help. You hear the cry, 5th layer! The Baron comes, puts his hands on yours and Star's shoulders, Ozzy. You can do this, boys. We're there. We're nearly there. And he sort of pushes you up. So I need acrobatics check from both of you.
Well,
An acrobatics check.
so
on.
as he pushes me towards it, I'm like, no, that's not how this is going to work. And I assume the position I'm going to take when I get up there. Is it like on all fours?
Okay.
Like, what is it?
Yeah, for you two, you're on the shoulders of the four underneath you, and you're sort of in a like standing with hands clenched on top.
Okay, so I assume that position, and then
Yep.
you just see me evaporate in a dust of smoke and apparate exactly where I need to be. I use Misty Step.
Nice. There's a small cheer from the crowd as you do this and appear at the top. You realise though, you still need to make an acrobatics check because you've got there and there isn't anyone for support. So now you're balancing
What?
as Stars is climbing up the side.
God damn it.
What'd you get for your
I got
acrobatics?
23.
23.
Acrobatics. 17.
Yes, please. Nice. Just as you get there, like this look of surprise and joy as you sort of begin to show off and you realise, oh shit, I need the other person. Styles is up there like a whippet and he's there and grasps you and
Took your
you
time.
hold strong. Picard, what was your acrobatics check? And Scarrick, what's your strength?
11.
18 for
11.
acrobatics.
You hear a cry, Scarrick, as you push back with your leg. The hold person spell is now worn off, and one of your leg hits on the base of yours, and Arwell, the person who was supporting you, falls backwards. There is a moment where you feel at the top this shaking underneath you, like the tower is going to topple, but then everyone relinks together and holds strong. Maya's tower, on the other hand, not so fortunate. As her fifth layer comes on top, you see the two at the top just look at each other, trying to lock hands, swaying. One of their foot slip, and he begins to fall into the center. There is a cheer as Maya's tower begins to collapse in on itself, men falling on top of men until it ends in just a pile on the floor. At that, the Baron lets out a cry. Come on, Bevan, to the top! And he begins to push Bevan up. You see Bevan climbing over all of you. I need you all to make one final check. So acrobatics for Aussie Styles and Picard, and Scarrick, one more strength.
21.
29.
3.
18.
Ooh.
Okay. Picard, your look of content and joy is almost distracted by this tower of men falling in. You take your eyes off for too many seconds while Bevan is suddenly on your back trying to climb up. He grasps onto your ghost arm, which you, for some reason, your mind just thinks now would be a good time to let it go. As he grasps, it just slips free and his hand goes straight through. He falls. I need you to make a grab for him.
Oh.
Give me a what check?
Acrobatics.
Yeah, acrobatics
All
or
right.
strength.
Whoa. 12 acrobatics.
You reach out.
Not have your inspiration as well.
It's all right, he's got him.
Inspiration.
And you've got that D4 that I gave with the blast.
He's got him. You reach out, your arm turning solid again, grasping Bevan's and throwing him up to the top. As you chuck him up, his small body almost does a cartwheel in the air, and then he lands, feet spread, on top of you, Ozzy and Styles. You look at him, his small body form above you, highlighted by the sun, and then the crowd erupts in cheers. The Baron crying out, "We've won again! Come on!" And at that, Bevan's like, I'm gonna get down now, just hold tight. And he begins to climb down, and as you do, you all climb down each other, gracefully dismounting at the end of the competition. The crowd erupt in cheers, and a few of them come over and begin to pat you on the back. As they do, back to that. As they do, you're sort of swept up in this sea of people celebrating, passing you drinks. A woman comes up to you, Picard, and after a few people have already sort of patted you on the back, she pushes something into your hand. Her eyes sort of sunken and a bit dark. She looks at you and says, "Please, ask Procan to help my family. My brother has been lost at sea for many days." And as she's sort of swept away by the crowd, you look into your hand and you see a small straw doll in the shape of a man.
I say, yes, and I sort of, I don't know where she is, but I just shout to the crowd, "I'll get right on that."
You hear in the distance, "He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy."
And I look at this straw doll, and I'm like, alrighty, and then I just sort of like put it in my bag.
Okay. So, anything you wish to do with your victory?
Yeah, we
The
will.
crowd are cheering around you.
I go to
Lord it
Baron.
over.
Mr. Baron, what did we win?
Oh, we won another good reputation.
Oh, fuck.
Another year's standing. But listen, there is something in it for you, Ozzy.
Oh, yeah.
I remember you said you wanted to play at the start of this festival.
Yes.
And since you and the rest of your troop have been such an asset to this town, and he sort of looks across at you, Picard, I would like you to play a full set tomorrow.
A full set?
If you have it in you, of course.
How dare you? If I have it in me, of course I have it in me. It's always there, ready to go. Or,
Then perhaps you should take the evening spot, the prime time.
well, like the headline slot.
Yeah, just like that. You deserve it.
Oh, thank you kindly.
And he just sort of puts his arm around your shoulder. And I don't suppose Mr. Picard plays anything, does he?
He does not. No. He's more
Perhaps
like
he
a
could
manager kind of role.
Perhaps he could say a few words. He's just, since the miracle and him saving that young man, the townsfolk see him as a bit of a good omen. He could do well to keep peace for a good few months after the festival.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll be sure to have a word with him.
Yes, please do.
He's not really the kind of like. He has a way with words.
I'm sure he does. I've seen him. He's a walking miracle, that boy.
It's not very PG.
Right. Well, we're all adults here. We'll be fine. And he sort of rubs Bevan's head next to him, pushes him into the crowd.
But yeah, it'd be an honor to take the headline slot. I'll give my rider to your secretary.
Yeah. I think most people just play here, Ozzy.
Oh yeah, I don't require much. Just a couple groupies, fruit and veg.
Very well. And he sort of pushes you into the crowd as you're still talking.
Hey guys, I got the headline slot tomorrow.
Well done.
Oh, that's great. I'll get the bagpipes out ready.
Nope.
Well done, Ozzy. Well done.
The Baron really dislikes bagpipes, unfortunately. However, he did request.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We all do. Everyone does.
He did actually, though, request that maybe you go up and say a few words, Packard.
Why me?
Well, everybody in the town seems to think you're the Messiah now, and did you speak on behalf of Procan?
Oh. Well, I suppose
Just
I do in a way.
Some words of encouragement for the town, I think. They're in awe of you after your good deed the other day, and the fact that, in their eyes, Procan brought you back to life.
Yes, that is indeed what happened. I guess to some. Yeah, I'm sure I can deliver some pearls of wisdom that will enrich these people's lives.
Can I just ask, because I can't quite remember, when Packard faked his death, we was all trying everything to bring him back to life, and from Scarrick's perspective, Pyremius brought him back.
Yeah.
Did Scarrick tell us that Pyremius brought him back? I'm sure he did.
I have a memory of him.
I did
telling
scream
you.
out to Pyremius when I
So we all think
put my hands on him.
You think Pyremius did it?
So me and Styles are under the impression that Pyremius brought you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know how we did it, though, do we?
No, we just know that Scarrick
No, you don't know what I did for it. No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Picard knows he did nothing because he was faking it himself, and the town thinks. I actually said Procram, but I meant Pelor. They think the sun god did it, not the
That
sea
was
god,
it. Yeah, they were praising Pelor.
Yeah, cool.
Because of the festival of the day.
The woman was asking about Procam, though.
Right.
Why do they all have to start with P?
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot easier if you have one god.
Well, yeah, so I don't know, it's up to you. A few words of encouragement for the town. I mean, we all know that it was it wasn't Pelor, but maybe not shout to everyone, yeah, Pyremius was the one who brought me back, because I don't he's a bit on the edge,
Yes, no, I don't think that'll go down well. I'll definitely speak to the people. I know how to work a crowd. It's my specialty.
Yeah.
Maybe write a speech and we can look at it before.
No, I'll do it off the top of my head. I think it's the more honest way.
I'm looking forward to this.
Shaking my head at Ozzy.
I'm like this. I'm like, it's gonna be fun.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
So that's so I guess, do you want to do your words of encouragement before or after my set?
I could introduce you.
Oh yeah, I like this. Yeah.
Say my words and get the crowd all warmed up.
Yeah, you could be like the warm-up act. Get them going.
The hype man, I believe.
You know it, man. You know it.
I've learnt all the words.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, we'll do that.
I'll lean to Scarrick and just whisper. I don't think Ozzy's thought this through very well.
No, it normally doesn't. So just clap and say, "Yay!" Encouragement helps.
So the rest of the day is yours. Most others will spend it drinking, eating, enjoying the last couple of days of festival before back to work. Is there anything you wish to do? Or?
I'd definitely like to replace and buy a couple more of those drinks.
Okay, you head back to the Jolly Roger, whose stocks are being depleted, unfortunately. They have one bottle left.
Always a pleasure.
I can't remember how much we sold it for last time. So.
Oh,
yeah, you did take it, because you paid your daily dues, haven't you?
Yeah.
So you take the one bottle and you can add that back to your inventory.
Ozzy,
what's it called?
Would just sit on one of the benches on the boat, just drinking and just basically practicing, just going through his songs and scribbling out a set list and crossing it off. I'm like, oh yeah, that could work. Let's do that.
Is there anyone who would be walking through the town?
Placard might walk through the town and sort of try and get inspiration for his speech.
Okay. So Placard, as you walk past the joyful residence of Tempesta, it's interesting for you since you have no memory of a time before, your only basis is Saltmarsh and Tempesta, really, for how people live and how people enjoy themselves. And you do get the sense here that people are calmer and people are less under pressure and less under stress. And you see small scenes where couples who are in love enjoy food under the sun, and scenes of children playing. And as you get to the edge of the town, you see someone who doesn't quite fit in. He is anxious, a bit distraught. An older man in a long white coat with dozens of pockets, each pocket slightly different. What's left of his grey hair wisps in the wind, and he has a large backpack. He carries a long bamboo pole with a net on the end. His face is weathered and wrinkled, and he wears a pair of wire-rimmed spectacles with smaller lenses that drop down over the eyes. You meet him as you're just leaving the town and heading up to the cliffs.
Say, hello there.
Good day. Good day to you. And he sort of squints at you. I don't suppose you've seen my sun gazers, have you?
Your gay son who?
No, I have no children.
Moses, I think.
The sun gazer, it's one moment, and you see he pulls out of one of the pockets a long leather book. It's much longer and narrower than books you've seen before, or similar to your Tide Times. He pulls it out and opens it, and flicking through a few pages and putting down a few lenses, he points to an image. In the image, you see a beautiful golden butterfly whose wings have images of what appear to be suns on them. These, my butterflies, sun gazers. I named them myself. Have you seen any?
I'm afraid I've not seen any of these sun gaze, but they're a mighty fine a breed. You said you named them yourself?
Yes, I'm a breeder, you see. Ever since I came to the island to retire, I have always had a thing for animals. And these are one of my finest creations. Attracted to deep blues and purple colours, they are.
Oh, I
Is
see.
that what Ozzy saw?
How
Yes.
does one create such a creature? This concept of creating life enthralls me.
Well, please sit. I will explain to you. And he sits down on the side of the road and pulls out another book. This one is filled with diagrams of genealogy and simple concepts of like DNA and hereditary breeding. He shows you how he can take the aspects of one butterfly and breed them into a new sort. And after a good however long you decide to sit, he will talk for. But if you want to sit for a couple of hours, he would happily talk to you about it then.
Yeah, I think I'm enthralled, and I'll sit for a couple hours. So this selective breeding,
Yes.
this creates changes in these creatures over time.
Yes, well, you see, a lot of people and races have developed over long periods of time, but I feel the smaller the creature, the faster you can do it. I have hundreds of these butterflies at my home across the other side of the island, and these sun catchers got out the other day.
Oh,
I must have left the cage open.
well,
So
when you're
strange.
creating life, it's probably quite important not to be careless.
Indeed, but they're not harmful. And I'm sure they will come home at some point.
Could you make a harmful version? If you wished?
Well, his face
Do you
sort
have
of
that power?
wrinkles. I presume if one was to take a venomous creature and somehow crossbreed it into I'm not entirely sure, my dear friend. I specialize in butterflies, and butterflies are, as the name suggests, fairly harmful.
Made out of butter.
They're simply butter that flies, my dear friend.
Well, I must say, my kind sir, there are some.
It's Cornelius Appleby.
My kind Cornelius Appleby, there are some who would view you as some sort of godlike figure. in life.
You flatter me. What is it you want?
I just your wisdom.
My knowledge.
Yes.
Well, perhaps you would enjoy this. And reaching into another pocket, he's like throughout the course of the conversation, he's been in several of the pockets, and each one holds a different thing, whether it be a large magnifying glass or a small hip flask that he's taken out and drunk from at points. He pulls out a small leather-bound book. This was one of my first pieces of writing.
Big City Heels.
And why don't you have it? It's always good to inspire a breeder. It's the basics of DNA and breeding and selective breeding.
Oh, that is very kind of you, good sir.
It is mostly insects, but I presume it would transfer to mammals as well.
Oh no, I'm sure there is much I can learn from this. Very much.
Well, he sort of pulls out a small pocket watch from his pocket. Look at the time. I must go. The sun gazers will not catch themselves.
Oh no, of course not. And if I see them, I'll tell them you're looking for them.
And your name was, sir?
I am Captain Picard of the Mr. Men.
A pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Yes.
And you see him sort of run off in one direction, his butterfly net on his shoulder.
What an odd fellow, Picard thinks as he walks away, like perusing the book. And he says to himself, evolution. Crazy. And yeah, off he walks. Back in the direction of the chaps.
Okay. I will say, I think this is the first time we've done it this campaign, but I should really do it more. Since you've walked around the town for the afternoon and tried to be inspired by people, you can have an inspiration point.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have not done inspiration points very often, so that's cool.
You've never inspired me. My dear players.
Mercy. Thank you. Eee.
So, did the rest of you just spend your evening... Oh, go on, Stars.
Yeah, I would have inquired about Arla. I'd have asked someone on the ship if there's any news of the poor chap that was burnt to cinders.
On the Jolly Roger, you're asking?
Yeah, just I don't want to seem too keen, but but
yeah.
I'm not bothered, but I'm bothered.
You speak with one of the barmen as he's sort of lazily cleaning a tankard. Oh, what is there to do for him, really? If he's never going to really come round or talk again, then why don't they just pull the plug, so to speak, or chop the vein, as they say?
Don't be like that.
You're not there.
I am there. I'm in the...
He's further down the boat, I would imagine. He wouldn't have done it in front of you guys, would he?
I don't know.
No, you're there playing with your guitar.
You're playing with your lute. I don't know.
Yes.
Sometimes they're better off dead, aren't they?
It was a strange chap there. I met him once.
Did you? Oh,
Yeah,
hang on a minute. I saw
He challenged me to a duel and everything.
You had the old walk off with him on the bike.
Yeah,
What happened with that then? And he sort of leans in inquisitively.
Well, he was rubbish at it, wasn't he? He accused me of assaulting him. Never happened.
Did it not?
Well, no, I'm innocent.
Insight check.
The pipe proved it. So what am I rolling for?
Deception.
Deception. 22.
All right, I believe you. It's just...
Well, why wouldn't you?
Well, when these things happen, there's always something below. I basically work in a floating pub, mate. Like, rumours are wildfire.
Yes.
Well,
I heard I heard that it was a drunk, so he'd probably been in here quite a few times.
he
Just to
did come
harass the
into
ladies. That's what I heard.
one time, but other than that, never saw him. Maybe he didn't have the dollar. Expensive
No.
ship, this, you know.
Yes, it is a fine ship. It is a fine ship. Where will you be going next? Do you think?
Oh, I think we're heading to the mainland. Catch up on
Mainland
the
anywhere?
travelling tribes.
Anywhere in particular?
Well, we'll probably head to. Maybe past Scant on Wall and into the Sea of Garant. See you again, Ant.
Will the Bonnie Pope be joining you? Kind of go around together, don't you?
We do. It's a partnership that's worked for several years. Yes.
Yeah, good to know. I might see you again in the future.
Well, anything that's meant to be good, any party that's up there and worth going to, will be there.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Well, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Always. And I go back and join Scarrick, I assume, at the table if Ozzy's out.
I think Ozzy's still sat on the ship playing, but
Yeah, I'll just be sat in a booth, like or where we normally sit on the end, just like working through a set and stuff.
Is there anything else you wish to do today, gentlemen?
I'm gonna meet back up with the Mr. Men or whoever's on the Jolly Roger.
They're all together.
Hey,
Yeah. Ah, chaps, I'm glad I found you in the one place where I knew I would find you. I met a fascinating lepidopterist earlier today.
a what?
Yes, I was going to introduce him as that.
Lepidopterist, studier of butterflies and the such.
Butterflies,
and
eh?
he told me about these fantastic butterflies he was looking for.
Oh yeah.
Sun gaze or something like that. He said, "Oh, it says right here, sun gazers," and I sort of opened the page on the book.
Some
Butterflies with suns on their wings.
What?
Have you ever heard of such a thing? Suns on their wings. Like,
Give me
how
that
does
book.
nature know?
I'll snatch the book from you
My book.
and have a
Oh.
look.
You immediately recognise the butterflies that landed on you and landed on the holy symbol when you were trying to get rid of it.
He said he made them.
Son of a. Who was
Through
this
something
guy?
called. He was. I think he said his name was Cornelius. I think that's what he said. Yeah, just a local chap.
What do he look
breeds
like?
things. Like a man with a lot of pockets. Would be how I would describe him.
And he said that he made these.
Yeah, through something called selective breeding.
Oh
I've
right,
been
he's
reading
like
about
a
it. It's
butterfly
fascinating.
breeder.
Yes, and he can breed certain traits into them.
Well, I saw these. I handed the book back.
Oh, he's looking for them. They're missing. They got out. Pesky little buggers.
Son of a bitch.
Where'd you see them?
Up on the top of the cliff. Where I had my Scarrick's not round, is he? Where is Scarrick?
He sat next to you, I think.
Oh wait.
At this point, he might be asleep.
up on the top of the cliff where I met Bruce. Saw him up there.
Oh, I see. Well,
They look a little bit like one might mistake the wings there for the symbol of Pelor. Very similar looking.
Yes, I see what you mean. Little suns. How quaint. How delightful. Yes. I wonder if that's part of his inspiration.
Did he seem like the religious type?
No, absolutely not. This book is full of things that would anger many religious types, I suppose.
Fair.
Yes, he was quite fascinating. But he is looking for those butterflies. So, gosh, I wish I could tell him that they were up on the cliff. I'm sure.
I mean, I could locate objects.
Are butterflies objects, Scarrick?
Scary.
I mean,
Butterflies are living
all
things.
things objects.
That's
Am I an
scrying,
object
isn't it,
to you,
Scary?
No, no, they are not objects.
Oh, it is funny you mentioned that. I actually feel like I could probably locate a creature if I really thought about it. Now that I've seen them in the book and Ozzy's described them, I think I've got a little bit of a. I think I've got a little bit of a taste for it. What time is it?
At this point, I'd say probably only mid-afternoon.
Ah, well. Does anybody want to catch some of these butterflies with me? Could be a fun trip for
I'll
the.
help, Captain, but I don't think I'd be much help.
I think you'd be excellent at it, Mrs. Scarrick. I always fancied you as a butterfly catcher.
Yeah, but catching butterflies with a man in plate armor might not be the best idea. I assume you're still wearing your plate armor.
Of course he is.
I don't take this off much.
Well, yes, we could make some little nets with some fishing net and a stick. I saw the man had a specialized tool for capturing these butterflies, but I think we could do it.
Was it a
There's
net?
It was a
some
net.
fishing
Yes,
nets near the
special-
harbour. We might be
Yes.
able to get some and make something.
Yes, those little fishing nets would be excellent. And
Oh, I
maybe
mean,
some-
you could just tell him that they were up on the cliff, and he could go get them himself.
oh, but where's the joy in that?
Yeah, you're right. You're
Where's
right.
the joy in that? No, I think this is a job for the Mister Men. It's been so long since we've helped the community.
Since we had a mission.
Yes.
2 nights ago, you saved someone's life. I think that's helping.
Oh,
Well,
let's get over
I
that.
wasn't really much of a community guy. A bit of a weirdo and a learner from all accounts.
Let's not
Yes,
keep
I was
thinking on
talking to the-
Arlo. You suffered enough.
Well, no, it's nothing. Me, it was the guy over there was saying how he's a bit of an alcoholic and a known womanizer.
What's
No,
wrong with
I
that?
didn't.
Styles.
You literally just described me.
Yeah, but you don't do it in a creepy way.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm going to go detect some creatures. I'm going to find those butterflies, keep them in a jar, a jammed jar. If I see that chap again, I think it'd be a good deed.
I will.
Okay.
I will join you, Picard. But I
Excellent.
think we should take the jam out the jar first.
All right, you must eat the jam. I will not see this jam go to waste. I only
I
have
like
two
to think you've picked
slices
up a
of
really
bread.
special piece of a special jar of jam from one of the stalls in the fair, and you've got it. It's like it's a really nice citrusy jam.
Or just
Maybe a
sharing
marmalade.
it around with a spoon as we walk.
So, how are you going to locate them, Pycon?
So I'm gonna cast locate creature.
I would use minor illusion as well in the palm of my hand, like replicate what I saw, so you can
Okay.
see it.
So you sense the direction to the creature's location as long as that creature is within 1,000 feet of you. If the creature is
Alright.
moving, you know the direction of its movement.
Let's have a look. This might be the first change in map in a long time.
Oh my god!
What?
The system's actually changed. It's been that long.
I'm getting travel sickness.
This one, or perhaps, yeah. Let's keep it small scale. So as you cast, currently you're down in the bay on the
Mm.
on the Jolly Roger. You get, assuming the top of this map is north, a sort of northwest westerly pole.
Right, so northwest westerly. Okay. So is that like around these?
Similar to where you were heading when you met, the gentleman.
Okay.
And as you move through the town, the atmosphere quite quiet and somber. People beginning to rest and relax from a long day, and there is an anticipation for the next day as well, as you hear a few people discussing like the day of music is one of the most enjoyable days of the festival. One thing you've noticed as well in the afternoon is that a few of the ships have been moved around in the harbour to bring in a large, flat barge.
Large barge.
And on the barge, large barge, and on the barge there has been a stage built, and this has been going over the course of the evening.
Shit.
So heading out of the town and seeing the remnants and people deconstructing the pens from the animals, a few of the cows still refusing to move from the spot where the bell was rung. You get a tingle of the butterflies in the large crop of woods over here.
Chaps, I'm tingling. I say I'm tingling. I think they're this way.
It's weird when he says that.
Yeah, it's a little bit creepy, to be fair.
It's definitely creepy.
Never really thought of the captain as having any parts down there.
Well, yeah, like an action man. Just like
Right.
smooth.
Are you doing this discreetly or just loud enough for me to hear?
I wonder if it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
obviously
I
not really.
picture you. I
Thinking
picture
about
you've
you.
marched like 20 to 30 paces ahead, like on
Real
a full
excitedly.
stonk. I got a clue.
I got a raging clue, guys.
So you march across the farmer's field, straight through one of the hedges, and barging through the next and into the woods. As you get into the woods, the atmosphere changes slightly. It's spent quite a long time, especially you, Picard, from memory, in openness, sea breeze touching you, just open sky above. The woods feel almost enclosed. You feel a sense deeper into the woods.
Okay.
You found a Packard?
Yeah, I think they're in these woods. You guys coming? Yep. You catching up?
Right
I
behind
really-
you.
I think we need to venture a little deeper. Not far
wood-
to go now.
While we're walking, I'll keep an eye out for any
Okay.
of the plants, obviously, from the tattoos things.
Uh-huh.
And also any mushrooms.
For you, Scarrick, make a survival check. And Picard, make a perception check. Leading the
11.
group. That'd be for you.
13.
Okay. Picard, you lead on following the scents, and the woods aren't too crowded. There's space to walk. The trees have small shrubbery and bushes around them. Scarrick, you get split from the party slightly as you follow your urge to search for mushrooms. Finding a large tree root, you sort of crawl under and come up the other side as the others edge further in. I'd say if you wish to find them, you'll have to hang back a little bit.
Yeah, I'll hang back a little bit. As like keeping them kind of like aware of where they're going.
You know the general direction. That's fine.
Yeah.
Picard, you push on 5 minutes or so into the woods. The light growing dimmer perhaps from the sun setting on the coast, or perhaps the canopy above enclosing. Around you as you walk, a few small fireflies glow out the small bushes and ferns that are around your feet. I need you to make another perception check.
I've
5.
yeah.
You push on. You're close now. You see the woods open into a small sort of break in the forest. And in this break, there is a pool of water, and around the water, a large purple plant. Its flowers, bulbous and long,
Oh,
the best kind of flowers, and a deep, rich purple. It's the leaves on it are like a deeper green, a fern sort of texture. Around it, the butterflies hover.
ooh.
There's 6 or 7 of them.
Ah, yes, the chap said they'd be attracted to this sort of colour.
You don't say.
No,
Look at
I
me.
do say.
Fucking look at me.
Yes, this isn't about you, Ozzy. This is about the butterflies. I'm like, right. Nets at the ready, boys. We're gonna very gently.
Oh, you guys got
capture all
nets?
these. Yeah, we grabbed nets on the way. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We did all that off screen. And yep, we're going to capture these very carefully. And I might take this flower with me because they seem to quite enjoy it.
So what approach are you taking? Are you swishing your nets, or are you trying to pluck the flower and draw them in? Or
Mr. Paycard, wouldn't it be worth me having a go at sneaking up and swooping them with the net?
yes, absolutely, 100%.
don't think a rogue's ever snuck up on a butterfly in D&D before.
We're about to see it.
It's a first.
We're about to see it.
Yeah, but better than the dwarfing.
Where is Scarrick, by the way?
That's a point. As you turn around, he's nowhere to be seen.
Oh,
Garrick, you find plenty of mushrooms. Small white-capped ones with a slightly longer cap, deeper, sort of rich brown.
I cast message
I'd collect them up.
to
And
Scarrick.
definitely, if I have a knowledge of, well, I've got healing background, so I'd like to say I've got a knowledge of mushrooms.
Yeah, if that's what you're looking
Definitely
for,
any
healing.
sort of medicinal and psychedelic,
Okay, I'd say
and also poisonous. To be fair,
make one more survival check to see what you find now you've sort of got to the area.
14.
14. Okay. You managed to find a selection of good edible mushrooms. You avoid the ones with clear toxins. There's a couple that you're not sure about when you leave, just to be on the safe side. There are a few that can be used in medicinal properties, but there are none that have sort of cropped up unrecognizable that you wouldn't really be sure. So you can add some to like a sort of medicine pack, or if you ever wanted to make a salve or something like that.
Yeah,
I mean, as you're sort of
that.
collecting the mushrooms, Ozzy's message comes through.
Scarrick, you alright? Where are you?
Oh, sorry, I just found some interesting mushrooms, so
I'll keep heading the
gathering some
direction
up.
we went. Up ahead, there's a big purple bulbous plant, and the butterflies are here.
Oh, right, that's great. I'll head on up now.
I start taking off my clothes.
what?
I'll make my way.
Okay, make my way. Styles, make your stealth check as Ozzy is stripping behind you.
There is a reason for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
Obviously.
20. 30,
Nice.
but it was I've never seen digital dice like land on a natural 20, then just chink.
So, collecting some of the grasses and tall sort of ferns that are around you, you hold them in front of you in almost this mask of foliage covering your normally dark person. I mean, your natural dress is more akin to hiding in shadows than it is hiding in shrubland, but you make do with what you have. You get right up to the butterflies just next to the water without them really being disturbed or noticing. They're interested in the flower and the foliage around. If you'd like to make a dexterity check to try and grasp them, then you may. I'll give you advantage because you're so well hidden.
Okay.
He needs it.
Ooh. 9.
9. You don't fall into the water, but the way it plays out
The
is
water?
there's a
was
small
water.
pond. There's a small pond in the middle where this flower is blooming around it. You don't fall into the water, but you do, realizing you have to grasp out with both hands to capture these beasts. You drop the foliage, and as you do, they just disperse, fluttering just out of your reach as you swipe to try and capture them. As they disperse,
At that point,
Ozzy?
can I just like step forward, my big
Yeah.
naked purple self, and just sort of like
Yeah.
wave around a bit and be like, "Ooh, butterflies, come over here."
What are you doing?
As they flutter up in disturbance, they sort of burst out almost in like the pattern of an explosion before spotting Ozzy's purple body and just flock to him. They begin to land on his skin and just
Like
fly
holding-
around him.
Holding out my arms, just.
One lands right on the tip.
Oh, it tickles. Quick, somebody get the net.
Picard goes in for a net swipe.
Okay. Well, I'll say now the content on Ozzy's body, you manage with 5 or so minutes, and Scarrick then arriving with the party to capture them all up and
Get
put them
that-
into the jar.
Get that one. Get the one on my tip. Get it?
What?
Scoop it up.
Garrick,
Scoop it up.
I need.
How
I
many
need you for
times
this
do
one.
I have to come back and find Ozzy naked?
Scoop it
Every
up.
time.
It's still there. Why is nobody getting this one? Get it?
Mr. Scarrick, there's one for you here.
Get it?
It's got your name on it.
I'm alright.
Get it?
Thanks.
I'd like to, but I won't want to scare him off again as well. So it was your idea, Picard.
Packard gets on his knees. And it's very gently trying to cradle it with his hand.
Oh, get
Don't
it?
move, Mr. Ozzy.
Oh, I ain't moving. I ain't moving. It's getting stiffer, but I can't help that.
And he very gently just tries to like clasp it off the tip.
You manage, and
Easy
they
does
all
it.
end up
Easy
in the
does it.
jar
Just
with
as
a
Picard,
memory that people won't want to talk about again.
yeah, just as Picard moved it away, I came down with the net really hard.
Whack! Right on your tip.
Ah, missed it.
Oh dear.
Fucking son of a bitch. Why would you do that?
Oh, I was trying to get the butterfly.
Damn you, Styles. It's a Jenzo.
As you laugh, carrying the butterflies in the jar, you begin to head back through the forest.
Before we do, I'm gonna sort of scoop up that plant as well.
Yeah, take a sample of the plant.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can do that. Heading back through Picard. Are you leading or following the group?
I'll lead.
Leading the way in front.
Leading the way.
The the forest seems darker. Again, you're not sure if it's time.
Fuck
but
off.
It's almost like that point of dusk where the color dissipates and greys wash in.
Is any of us getting creepy witch vibes? Cursed
Everyone else
witch
is fine.
vibes? Okay.
Everyone else is just seeing normal woodland, the same
okay.
green. In fact, it hasn't even really dimmed since you've been in. There's a slight dim from the canopy, but the sunlight is still coming through.
Okay.
But for you, Picard, the color begins to drain out of the surrounding environment, and the shadows that linger in the trees become darker. You hear a laugh in the distance, a thin, almost cackle.
Do it, Paul. Do the cackle.
Yeah, that was a cackle.
It was a cackle. It was a cackle.
It stops.
Did any of you chaps hear that?
Hear what?
Just a cackle, a pretty good cackle.
A cackle?
Yeah.
Ankle.
No, a cackle. You know.
Cackle.
Cackle.
Oh, I haven't rang. Like, I didn't ring the cowbell.
No,
No cattle here.
not cattle. Cackle. Like
You
a
do
laugh.
find, Picard, as you turn to see your friends, the color returns. Their faces almost brighten the environment, and when you turn back to look forward, the path is green again.
Oh,
And the grey has washed away.
shit. Packard. Did it sound like a witch? A witch's cackle?
Sounded like a lady, yes, but I didn't know her, I didn't know her profession.
It's the
based on the
curse.
laugh.
It's the curse. You're cursed.
No,
I told you.
no.
I told you, damn it.
It's probably just some doggers or something having.
I would have
Having a
heard
frolic
it if it
in the
was
woods.
doggers. I'm like
What,
special,
was it a dog?
specially attuned to that.
Was it a dog barking, or was it a cackle?
Well, I'm pretty sure it was a cackle. A woman of advanced age enjoying herself in the woods. That doesn't mean it was a witch.
It's
Witch?
well, only you
Okay, just
heard it.
because,
Yes, I heard it.
and not,
Yep.
and not
It's
all
the
witches
curse.
are old. That's a bad stereotype.
That is true, but I could hear the advanced age in the laugh. It was one of those old laughs.
A tired laugh.
Yeah, been around the block a few times, kind of laugh.
Yeah,
What,
cursing all
what did
these
it sound
years.
like?
You know, just like a
Do it, Picard.
almost like a seagull.
That
So I
sounds like a
remember it.
curse cackle. That's perfect. Classic curse cackle.
No, there's no curse.
I'd ask if you've been drinking, but we know the answer to that.
Exactly. So it is fine. We've got our butterflies, and we're going to carry on because nothing has happened.
And as you finish that, you step out of
Yes.
the forest into the
see?
landscape.
Yes, I knew the way. Right. Well, I don't know where that man lived, so we'll just hold on to these for now. And I'll ask at the Jolly Roger if
The
anyone
way you
knows.
described him sounds like it stand out like a sore thumb.
Yes.
It can't be
yes.
too hard to find.
Yes, well, I'll keep my peepers peeled for the chap. But if we return to the Jolly Roger, I can ask where he might be located.
As you return to Jolly Roger, we'll just take a quick break.
Okay.
Right, back
Right.
into the mists.
So,
So, you've just left the forest with your jar of butterflies, heading back to the town.
Obviously,
Yes.
keeping an eye out for Butterfly Man.
yes.
Yes.
Did you find out where he was staying?
No,
Okay.
but I will inquire. But I will admire these butterflies. In the meantime,
I'm assuming that they are the butterflies that I saw, Paul.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and now you can see them in person. You can tell they're exactly the same.
Yeah.
I hope you put holes in the jar so they can breathe.
Nope.
But with a small piece of
I
the
put holes in the
foliage in there.
butterflies so they can actually breathe.
With a small piece of foliage in there, they sort of sit on the small twigs and bracken that you placed in, and their wings just beat in time. But yes,
Rhythmic.
heading back to Jolly Roger.
We head back to the Jolly Roger.
Heading back
Sit
there,
down.
you are greeted by one of the staff who comments on your jar of butterflies. What you got there?
Oh, these are sun gazers.
Oh,
My friend. Yes, a wonderful creation.
they're pretty.
Yes, young man, they are. They are very pretty.
They almost look a little bit like Pelor's symbol, don't they? Easy,
Well,
easy
I
mistake to
suppose-
make.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
they
you see,
do.
they're not anything to do with Pelor. That's the fascinating thing about these butterflies. They have
Well,
nothing to do
You
with
could
Pelor.
understand how someone might think that they are, like,
Yes, these simple rubes of this town. Yes, of
imagine a
course.
scenario where you're like, Pelor, oh, give me a sign. And then one of these things like fly and land on you, you'd probably be like, fucking hell, Pelor's talking to me, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
could see how
probably, yeah.
how a child would perhaps.
A child, yeah, or
that
a
goes.
man,
Yes.
Yeah.
Simple man.
a drunk
Well,
man.
It kind of
Are you
Kind of
selling them
makes you-
or
No, of course I'm not selling them. They don't
Oh.
belong to me.
right?
They belong
Got ya.
to.
Get your
chap
dirty
I'm
hands
earlier.
off them.
Do you know the lepidopterist, Cornelius?
You keep saying that word, I don't know what it is. A philabodobula?
Well, no, we're just passing through, aren't we? So
Scary
mean-
was a philabodobulist.
whenever I've been here before, I just use the kids to send messages. So
Oh well,
could ask them.
perhaps I'll use the kids then. Gather round, children!
To-
I shout out.
To send messages.
Huh? Yes, of course.
As you look over sides of the ship and call out, you do see there are a couple of children on the docks. There aren't many on the island, but there are a handful.
Children!
One of them sort of looks up at you, face slightly grubby from the day, a few sticky remnants of food around his mouth.
Oh,
Um,
you
runs
boy,
up to the ship.
the sticky one.
Yeah, mister.
Yeah, well, don't get too close. Hands to yourself, yeah?
Yeah,
I've heard children can be useful.
yeah, we can.
Yeah?
What is it you need?
I need you to deliver a message
To a philabodobulist.
to Cornelius, The
Fucking stuff.
the lepidopterist.
What's a lepidopodist?
You must be
Yeah,
friends with
Packard.
Lottie.
What is it?
So of a leopard.
He studies butterflies, you see. You see this jar?
Oh, the crazy old man from the other side of the island. Yeah, I know who you mean. Grey hair, loads of pockets.
He's got pockets for days. It's fantastic.
He's got loads of pockets.
Yeah, so many pockets. Packard's reminiscing about how many pockets he had. Yes.
What do you want me to do, mister?
I need you to tell him that Captain Picard and the Mr. Men.
Wait. You're the miracle man.
No, don't. Yeah,
Why don't you just
yes.
get Pelor to do it? You and him are like mates, aren't you?
I don't think that's how Pelor works, young man.
Ah.
Besides, it's not the point. I'm tasking you. Okay?
Yeah, special
Well,
mission.
I'll do it
from,
for a silver then.
Do it, so. Do you want to anger Pelor, dear? Do you want Pelor to look disfavourably
Make an intimidation
on your
check.
family? Here we go.
This guy's like a prophet of Pelor. Don't
It's a
displease him.
That's 20, but I've got -1 on intimidation, so it's a 19.
All right. Don't bring hell and rain down on us.
Exactly. Pelor wants you to tell the man that Captain Picard and the Mr. Men have secured his butterflies, and he can find them at the Jolly Roger.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Nope.
But-
You will succeed. There'll be no
Okay.
intermediary effect. You will succeed.
All right.
Or Pelor. Oh, the fury of Pelor. Oh,
Packer,
Oh, God.
Packer, come on.
you do no, Ozzy. You do not want to go.
Okay, I'm going. I'm going. And he
Yep.
starts running down the dock.
Stupid children. Right. Jolly Roger. Now that's in hand.
Flubbadub. Flubbad. What is it?
Sorry, what was that? My headphone cut out for a second.
Yeah, we heard. I thought Kurt asked you one too many times. You just shut down.
Nope. Not answering that one anymore.
What was the question?
Good joke, friend.
Flop,
Yes, what a
floppadupper.
floppadupper.
Floppaduppers.
He studies butterflies. Mr.
Why did they
Ozzy.
make it such a weird name?
I do agree it would help if the word butterfly was in the title,
Yeah.
but it's not.
I like a butterfloppertist.
Did he introduce himself as a floppadoppadist?
No, I don't believe he did, but he did say he studied.
How do you know that word?
It was just
It was
like
in
the
the
Yeah,
book.
it's
way
amazing how your memory
I read
You
it.
don't
works.
know anything, but you remember that.
I read it in the book,
Right.
and now I know all about
The
evil
art of Leo Leper Potter. I can't even say it. I know what the fucking word is. Oh dear.
That's the one.
Picard, may I look at the jar?
Yes, of course. Be careful with it.
I pick it up and give it a little shake.
Oh,
Sleight of hand check.
you don't want to harm the creatures,
Joking.
Styles. Surely.
As you shake them, they
I'm
sort of
trying to-
flutter about inside.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out that if they're all flying, if the jar's lighter or not.
What?
Because they're all flying in the jar, not touching the jar, so they won't weigh anything. Oh,
Oh my
I'm trying
god.
to keep them all in the air at the same time. So I
My
just
head's
keep
just
shaking.
blown.
Well, you see,
Mr. Styles, you might be onto something.
with every flap of the wing, you're pushing the air down, so that air has got like a force that replaces the weight of the butterfly.
Hang on, I
So-
need everyone to make an intelligence check.
So the weight will remain the same. I don't think Ozzy would be intelligent enough for this, but Kurt's telling you the weight will remain the same.
Wow.
8.
Educational, guys.
I've got a 7.
You all sit and ponder for a good half an hour about
18.
this conundrum, coming up with different variations before an amalgamation of the truth is devised for a team effort.
I'm gonna go back to rad music, preparing my set. I'll be over here.
Yes.
The day lingers on, the afternoon, you eating and drinking and just discussing philosophical matters. Fairly late on, you see Cornelius coming down the dock, his white robe illuminated by the moonlight. He is jogging towards you at a fair pace. Coming up the gangplank and just walking straight past the waiter waiting to sort of take his money and arrive on. Oh my goodness, they're here. Splendid. And he puts his hands forward and takes a jar off, which I assume at this point is probably on a table.
Yeah, probably.
How did you find them, Bycad? Captain Bycad.
Well, yes, of course. Thanks to my cunning wit and everything I learnt from your book.
And Ozzy's tech.
Yes, and Ozzy's.
Pardon?
Some of them may
His
have Ozzy's
tap.
penis.
His
I hope that's okay.
tap?
They're
His
attracted to my penis.
tap.
His tap.
Yes,
The
I'm not
tap
sure.
of his
I'm not,
penis.
I'm
I'm
not
sorry,
sure
I don't
you
think
did them that way.
I speak your language.
His wee dobber.
Dabba. Dabba.
No, his dobber.
Captain Picard. Thank you for finding them. He just blocks the conversation.
That's quite all right. Yes, wonderful creatures. I dare say I wouldn't mind having a go at making some of my own. Yes, I will.
Well, read the book.
Seems a bizarre
Read the book, and
side quest to find out.
I'm sure
Butterfly
you'll be
breeder.
able to after
Yes.
some time.
But in the selective breeding process, obviously I've read this in the book, but I'd like to ask you firsthand. Do you ever use any magical components in the breeding, or is it strictly science?
No, not for me.
Mm.
My magic is in my patience.
Ah, yes, of course. But do you think, in theory, someone could splice a little sprinkle?
Why,
magic
yes,
into
in theory, to dissect the genes and blend the stems would be relatively child's play.
Interesting. And this would work on moths as well as butterflies, I presume. Very obviously similar genuses.
Yes, they're almost the same family.
Okay. Well, I'm very pleased to hear that. Thank you. Yes.
Well, I better be taking these home. Thank
Yes.
you. How can I pay you?
Money?
Well, they don't really have much of that on here. Just try. I know. He digs down into one of his top pockets. It's smaller and narrow. He pulls out a fine glass test tube with a thick cork in the top. For your specimens, if you decide to dabble in the arts.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. Yes, this is wonderful.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you all, and enjoy
Cornelius.
Tempesta.
Cornelius,
Yes.
try not to lose them again. You don't want someone mistaking them for like a message from God or something.
My butterflies are a message from God.
Well, they're very pretty, so
That's made my day.
yeah.
He sort of chortles to himself as he wanders off the ship.
What a funny fellow.
Yes, he was certainly inspirational. Yes, indeed. I have much to do.
You're gonna breed butterflies now, are you?
No, I'm thinking moths.
Moths.
I'm gonna breed moths. Yes.
Why?
Well, I was thinking, if such wonderful things can be made with the powers of science, what could be made if you combine science and magic? And I myself was becoming much more adept at the, I guess you'd say, necrotic arts. I was wondering what would happen.
I'm not sure it's wise to be playing God.
Well, Cornelius does it all the time.
I think that's different.
You
That's
did-
just he's just
You said they were
encouraging.
beautiful.
He's just encouraging butterflies to shag each other. What you're talking about, it sounds like you're wanting to create an abomination of the natural world.
Not an
Oh, no,
abomination.
it's just curiosity and experimentation. You know, I understand that.
Experimentation leads to progress.
Aye.
Progress requires
Experimentation should just remain in the bedroom. That's it.
I mean, that's probably where he'll breed the moths. Aye.
Yes, I'll keep them in my room.
Or in the butterfly bedroom. Butterfly shack pad.
Well, I best get catching some moths. I'll see you in the morning. And then I sort of
As you head off to search for moths in the moonlight, where are the rest of you sleeping this evening?
I feel like Picard has had a little bit too much time to think at this festival. And he's got himself into all
Nice.
sorts of weird situations. I think he needs more of a focus, you know?
I think he's finding himself.
I don't disagree, and it's kind of nice to see.
I agree. We need to find a thing for him to lock onto, sort of.
Yeah, because he's just kind of grasping at anything that comes his way, and it's a butterfly breeder, moth breeder, list.
Maybe
Whatever makes him happy.
maybe we can find something. When we got on the Astral Sea, maybe he'll just focus on the missions again.
Yes, I was.
Hurt anybody?
Yeah, I was thinking about our trip to the Astral Sea. Maybe we could postpone it and go to the mainland. We could. These are off to another festival. We could sail with them for.
No. I think I've had enough of festivals for a while.
Or does
Okay, cool.
the Barney boat go with him?
I think it does. Yeah.
You think it does?
It does. Yeah.
It does.
We've got enough alcohol with us.
Well, speaking of which, I have paid up for tonight, so I will see you in the morning. Scoot across the bonny boat.
Say
On
hi
your
to
way,
that
I'd
shade
like to
for me.
think you spend just 10 or so minutes, Styles, just bypassing the inn and heading down to your space. Talk of the Astral Sea again refocuses your mind a little bit, and your heart is torn. There is your task, and there is this woman. While you're bypassing your lair, you look at the pieces you've already collected. The well-worn handles of the large ship wheel, and popping the compass, the odd display. As you hold the compass, you feel a tingle that you haven't felt for some time. In the dark lair, you not bothering to light the torches, a glow seems to come from the compass. But as you pass it hand to hand, you realize your hand is glowing with a pale light. Almost as soon as you notice it, it dims and goes, and yet you feel an old connection reforming. With that thought in your mind, you head to the bonny boat.
Say what?
You check in with Nightshade, and I presume you close the door, or are you going to share this evening? We'll finger popping each other's assholes.
Nah, I just shut the door and
The lights dim.
Roll the
Scene.
door check.
Yeah, see if you shut it close enough. Where are the rest of you spending the night? Scannick, Aussie.
Looks like it's just the two of
I'd
us.
probably
friend.
just get a bottle and get on the bow of the boat and
I'll see you.
enjoy the stars. Coming out,
Looks like
Aussie.
it's just me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take a bottle of rum outside with Scarag. Sit with him. You don't fancy Pixie tonight, then?
I don't know. It was nice, but feels wrong,
What? Why?
Paying for it. Feels sleazy.
Nah, it don't matter. You'd only spend that money buying a girl drinks at a bar. May as well just cut to the chase, Cut out all the bullshit. Get straight to it. Just a glorified wank.
Educational content.
That's what my dad
You're
used
not
to say.
heading down to the bonny tonight.
I might do. I think I've been through them all now. Where's my bonny boat guard? Sphinx,
Just
check.
looking
Nightshade? Well, that would be weird, so no. Pixie?
Not all of them.
Pixie?
No.
No. Farmer's daughter? Ooh. I'm not sure if I've been with her. Captain Havana, yeah. Page boy, kind of. The Ox? Ooh. The Maiden, the Room? Absolutely not. I don't, maybe I'll check out the Farmer's daughter. I can't
think
remember.
you have been with someone has been with the farmer's daughter because I remember describing
I
it.
probably have been with them all.
I think you have maybe the first time.
But if you want, we could just spend the night on here, just the two of us. Have a drink.
Aye, that sounds nice. Just have some drinks and. Oh,
What
I
do you
guess
think about
get back into the swing of things after. Go on.
back to adventuring?
Aye, I think that's what's needed. This feels like a bit of a drunken days,
It's been a bit of a blur. I mean, we all drink a lot anyway, but we've really hit it hard in this festival. It's for good cause, it's for Pella and stuff. It makes sense. It's what he'd want, I'm sure.
Mm.
It's funny how what do you make of the whole Packard situation, like saving Arlo? That's crazy, right?
Aye, that's crazy. Have you heard anything about him? Is he,
Arlo? No,
Right.
just what we saw yesterday. The guy's fucked. Like properly fucked. Been kind of laughing about it, but yeah, I think
Who?
since we've come across him, his life has been nothing but a shambles.
Aye, suppose we're not the best people for him to have met. He seems very linked to us. Huh?
You could connect the dots, and probably best not to think about it. Probably best to just keep drinking this and forget about it.
It's good liquor on this boat, eh?
Yeah. I'm gonna miss this boat. I know we've been here a while, but like all this booze and like the diversity of it is.
I mean, maybe we should get like Picard into mixology. He could.
Oh my
That could
god,
be his next one.
that would be so much better than the butterfly thing.
Yeah,
Like he could make us cocktails on the
useful
road.
hobby.
How can we
Aye.
like push him into that instead?
Well, let's like give him some ingredients at some point and be like, you should make us a drink, Picard. And when he makes it, be like, oh my god, this is the best I've
you're like
ever had.
You're like the god of drinks.
You're like such a the drink captain or something. Like, oh my god, like wow.
I like to think
Like,
he seems
do
to have like
that
more of
more.
a dark twist on things. So maybe if you say like, oh, if you get really good at mixing drinks, you could like add poison and like you could control death. Yeah. You'd be into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching it. You hear a calendar.
I'm a few days behind, so I just thought.
Yeah. Aye, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anyway,
I think it's best. I'm just gonna sleep here. I think I'm just quite happy and content.
I would imagine, your conversations until Ozzy falls asleep just extend into the night, the stars slowly crossing over. And with that, the final day comes. Some of you sleeping in.
oh my god.
Morning rises, and you see from the Jolly Roger, and from the rest of you, another day of free drinks offered by the crew to whittle down the stocks of the ales as things that'll go off quickly. You see the stage is fully set up. A large barge
Bargy, bargy.
anchored in the bay, in good view of all the vessels and docks around. On it, large lanterns illuminate down, and big curtains, and like almost a backboard has been created to make the stage. You see there are some contraptions placed at the front where through magic they have managed to amplify people's voices. And you see it, you hear it also in the morning when a few people are testing it out. A few bards are tuning their lutes and just doing a 1-2 mic check.
Mic check, 1, 2. I think Ozzy's just like in awe of it all. It's like this is his scene. Like he's in awe of it all going up and going on.
Well, the day is a slow one in anticipation of the evening and afternoon's show. And unless there's anything else you wish to do, it would be preparation for the show and drinking and just enjoying each other's company.
Yeah, Ozzy would be like...
What moths did Picard
anxious
try
and
and find
nervous.
last evening? Just to double check.
You know, just some of your regular, whatever I saw floating around.
You're
the light
sourcing a pool. Okay, let me see how many you captured. 9.
9. What?
You can choose the variety.
Okay, I don't know the variety.
Do your
Big-
research.
Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. I'll look up moths now.
Okay. So,
While he's doing that,
Nice
I'll
hawk moth.
return to
Hawk moths are cool.
his back cave and got the compass, and now he's doing a pie card, and with the compass in hand, he's staring out to sea, like contemplating what to do.
okay. And as minds roll and people explore their new hobbies, the day ticks by. And the day of music begins. The first few acts, which I'd assume you'd watch from the Jolly Roger, drinks in hand, are a few a cappella singing groups, a few lutists, some people doing almost like dramatic poetry.
Is that
All of it is okay.
the Fae Fighters?
They couldn't make it. All of it is okay, but for you, Ozzy, none of it really matches your opinion of good music.
Yeah, it's all right, but they're saving the best to last, obviously.
And then the time comes. One of the Baron's men come in a small boat, ushering you down and informing you that it's time to go to the stage.
Oh God, I'm nervous.
They issue Picard if your speech is prepared.
Gosh,
I
yeah.
sure hope so. And climbing into the small rowboat, they row out to the stage. As you get there, you're greeted by a series of people all in black clothes. They usher you on, giving you instructions. The person before, a drum player playing a fine drum solo, finishes his piece, and the crowd go wild. And then, as they dim the magical lights that hang around the stage, you are ushered on.
Yeah.
The Baron at this point has come across. Ladies and gentlemen, his voice echoing out across the bay through magical means. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Ozzy Hellborn, and I believe his precursor, someone we know and love very well. Captain Picard! At that, there's cheers from across the bay.
Packard waves like the Queen.
By God, by God, by God.
And the Baron comes up to you, Picard.
That's my captain.
Captain Picard, please. Say something to enlighten these folks. And he
People,
passes you. In fact, there's no microphone. It's just boomed out by magical means.
Packard doesn't understand this, so he just sort of whispers to the Baron, but it comes out full volume. Do I talk now? Do I,
Yeah.
do I talk over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go, just go. They
I
can
just talk.
hear you. They
I
can
talk,
hear you.
they can hear.
Just talk.
Even though I'm far away.
Just talk.
I'm just gonna stop
Jarek, you and Styles both hear this loud and clear.
I'll shout so they can definitely hear me.
Okay. Whatever you
People
wish.
of the town, it is I, your beloved Captain Picard of the Mr. Men. What pleasure it is to be presented before you tonight, to introduce my friend, and to give you some wise words to help you on your merry ways. My time in this town has been, well, it's had its ups and its downs, you could say. Early on I died, seemingly. And then on another day, I also rescued a man's life, seemingly.
The crowd erupts in cheers at that, and you have to wait a few minutes before it settles down. Well, a few seconds.
Packard pulls the little straw doll out of his pocket. He looks at it. It's a real long, dramatic pause. And he says, but I would be remiss if I didn't speak up and speak from the heart. Since I've got here, there's been much talk of Pelor, Procan, even the odd Pyreneus. All of these gods you worship and praise and thank for doing things, you know. And I feel like their credit is undeserved.
Oh, so you see the Baron's eyes just sort of flare up a little bit at this point.
You see, look at these, and I lift I lift my jar of moths. I have. You simple folk would think these moths made by one of your gods, Pelor perhaps, but no, it is evolution that makes these moths, that makes those cows, that makes your dull-looking children.
So you see the Baron making the cut motion with his hand.
Years and years
one
of
the
breeding have brought us to this point.
One of the techs in the back, you see him sort of with his hands cut the magic. For you, Styles and Scarrick, all of a sudden, Picard's voice is just silent. He can't hear a word you're saying. Picard, you carry on.
You should not be praising these gods for things that science has achieved. You know, your lives are your own to control. Your destinies are your own. Do not praise gods who care not for your existence or
You hear a large cheer.
I hear you, Captain. What?
I'll shout louder.
The crowd think you're finished, so they just begin to clap and clap.
I've not finished. I've got. Here's Ozzy Hellborn.
He's done. Yeah.
And at that, the Baron gives a thumbs up, and all of a sudden, everyone hears you again.
Blink off.
As Picard waves towards me, I'm like, it's my cue, it's my cue. And I just open.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, I
Open
see.
the set with
Oh, I see.
with Beaver Fever.
Nice.
Absolute classic.
Classic. It's
I'd
a
like to
hit
think
by
I
now.
tried to get the crowd around me to start shouting Ozzy before
Yeah.
it comes on.
There's a cacophony from the crowd of cheering and clapping, and Beaver Fever goes down well.
Yeah, I play a multitude of songs. Be With Fever, Smells Like Cursed Spirits, We Will Polymorph You, all the classics. Welcome to the Dungeon. With each introduction of the song, I'm like looking at Styles. I'm like, you know this one, and then it gets to the end of the set, and up until now, it's just been basically me playing the guitar, and then for this one, I introduced it as. So I'd like to introduce the band. Well, the old band. And I gesture behind me, and I use major illusion to create like an apparition of a person, and I say, "We've got Dave Knoll on drums," and Dave waves at everyone. I say, "We got Kurt Nombane on guitar," and Kurt appears there, waves. We got Eddie Goulden on backing vocals, and Ellie appears there. And that just leaves me, Ozzy Hellborn. I'd like to dedicate this last song to my good friends, the Mr. Men. I like to point to you all.
There's
And in particular,
an eruption from claps from the crowd.
and in particular, Mr. Styles.
That's me.
I recently discovered he's a big fan. And, well, this is a new song about you guys. So, I hope you enjoy. And
As he does that, I pull my shirt open and I've used my tattoo. And there's a tattoo of Ozzy
Nice.
on across my chest, playing his lute.
Nice.
I like proper stumble as I see it, like, oh shit.
People push forward, and there's a positive energy in the crowd. They've been built up through the set, and now they're ready. They're ready for the grand finale.
And yeah, so using major illusion to add in an extra layer of guitar,
Nice.
I begin playing.
I'm not hearing anything.
You can't hear it, James. I can hear it.
Sailing on the
Okay,
sea,
okay.
singing stormy weather. On the sea goes the Mr. Man B. Packard, Styles, Scarrick, and Ozzy. A mighty fine group, wouldn't you agree? It's to the Mr. Man, a fellowship rare. In the realms of fantasy, they boldly dare. Through dungeons dark and oceans vast, their tales of adventure destined to last. Yeah. Packard, more than only one arm. Stay on his good side or he'll melt your face. Styles, he's old and scared of spiders. He's a rogue but with not so much grace. Scarrick, a dwarf and is like my brother. He'll take your hands and bottle up your blood. That just leaves me, Mr. Ozzy Hellborn. Not much to say except I'm a real stud. Everywhere you go, always take Mr. Man with you. Everywhere you go, always take Mr. Man. Everywhere you go, always take Mr. Man with you. Everywhere you go, always take Mr. Man with you. Yeah. I fucking love you guys. Everywhere you go, always take Mr. Man with you. Everywhere you go, always take Mr. Man. Everywhere you go, always take Mr. Man with you. Everywhere you go, always take the Mr. Man with you.
There is a moment before the crowd erupts into cheers, and you see the Baron coming across, his arm smacking around your shoulder. Well done, Ozzy. Well done. A grand performance. And then he looks to on the technicians. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Another fine year. Another fine Rich Fest. And only 3 more months till Brewfest. From tomorrow, back to work, you scurvy lots. And he sort of pats you on the back and everyone cheers. Like that. You are ushered back into the rowboat and rowed across. When you get back to the dock, all of you are surrounded by people, and there is this just vibe. The party lasts late into the evening, just through people playing and singing and dancing. And at one point, you'll get back together.
Did you like it?
It was wonderful, Mr. Ozzy. It was
Oh, is it? It's amazing. So good.
It was
From the heart,
amazing.
Like,
Like
I
the
don't know
first
why
film.
you get the time to write these things.
Just, in between adventures, just comes to me, it's like a natural talent.
Aye, that is.
You must nurture that talent. It is a gift. Not from the gods, but from science.
I don't think I'll use you as my opening act again, I'll be honest.
To be
I
fair,
think
I did try
think I got-
warning you against it.
I got the crowd pretty warm, I think.
You got them angry.
Well, anger is a kind of warm.
I suppose in a way, they were like even more excited to get you off and to see me.
Exactly.
So there is that.
Yes. So you're welcome.
It
Who
was
are
it was a
those-
very good set.
Who are those chaps on stage with you? You announced some names, and it appeared you were not alone on that stage.
Yeah, they were the band. They were the old members of Crossbows and Roses.
Do you miss them?
No.
No.
Why would I miss them?
Well, you summoned their apparitions on stage.
Yeah, just because I thought it'd be good for some of the long-standing fans like Styles to
Yeah, it wasn't it. It was nice.
see the band together. But it's
Ellie
more
flies
just-
down and wraps around your neck tight. The way she does when you feel this way.
But No, I don't miss those guys. They made their decision to leave the band and go separate ways. So
Insight check.
that's fine.
Nice.
Shit, son.
20.
What
Dirty
did you get,
20.
Pat?
Yeah, 7.
Ah,
Yeah, it seems he does. I mean, he does seem upset, but that's surface level.
Oh, actually, it's even more than that. It's actually, not that it matters, but it was a high roll. It's actually 25.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tied up in
I'm sorry,
your
You ever
Got
doubted you, Ozzy?
tied up in your
Genius.
your joy styles. I mean, we don't know whether you ever had chance to see the band live, but this is the closest perhaps you've ever come. Caught up in that joy, it's sort of his emotions ring true to you.
Put it this way.
It was beautiful, man.
It was, and it's probably the last time, or the closest you'll get to seeing Crossbows and Roses performing. Because, yeah. We got the new band now, right? The Mr. Men.
And this is the only one that matters. Not those losers.
100%. Yeah, fuck those guys. Fuck those guys.
They'd be foolish to leave you.
Yep. Yeah, they would.
I'm sure they're off being miserable somewhere.
Sensing like the discomfort, I'm going to try and change the. Eric, why don't you fire up your bagpipes and give us a little tune to walk back to the. Have a little walk around with.
what? Really? I thought you
Yeah.
guys said you didn't like it that much.
Yeah, let's hit
Ah,
them
you
bagpipes.
know,
Get them out.
Yeah, in the spirit of the festival.
Yeah, I've been really trying, to like copy some of your songs. So, I'll give it a wee go and I'll like get them out of my bag like they're pre-ready, sort of.
Yeah.
Almost inflated already. And I start like,
Make a performance check. Let's see how well you do, Scarrick. Come on. I'm rooting for you, mate.
Well.
Oh, he's rolled digital dice.
17 he got.
Fucking idiot.
17. Nice. Despite rolling digital dice, you rolled well.
I know, 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
saw.
it's better than on the browser. I'm back quicker.
Yeah, good.
You, maybe?
I'm not back.
That's good,
You
mate.
are
You're
back,
back
you
now. You're back to speed now. You
17.
I will say, for the rest of the evening, you follow Scarrick around the town, his bagpipes blaring, fairly good renditions, I'd say recognizable renditions of Crossbows and Roses songs. And there is a group of people that follow you around, cheering and singing along, even though they possibly don't know the words. And that is how you spend the evening, going around until the early hours of the morning. And it's at that point, wherever you choose to lie, you lie. And Richfest comes to a close.
Holy shit.
And that is where we will end tonight's session.